Salutations, it's your old pal Revenge Creature, and welcome to a catch-up vlog, so to speak. I had shot some video on a notebook PC that I bought over the quarantine time here, but it turns out the camera was like really low quality, and I just didn't care for it. So instead, I've gone back to using the phone for now. So. Even though we have an HD camera in the house and like lights and the whole green screen and everything, we just haven't got to that point where I'm motivated enough to do all that. But it's coming. Well, what I wanted to show you today are some of the items I've gotten recently, and just like a catch-up video. So here we go. The first thing is a special shout out to my girl Rachel for building the Mega Construct He-Man Masters of the Universe Wind Raider for me. I bought this a while back. Our Walmarts had clearance them to like $11 or something. So I picked it up, and Snickers is checking it out here, of course. How down, baby? Or not. Shit. I just didn't think I'd ever have the time to build. Well, I just didn't have the motivation to build it. And fortunately, she found the motivation and the time. This is a special edition where we had the CGI cat going across the screen. Let me just lean out a shot and open the door so she can get out. Go on, babe. Okay, and so here we go. This is the Wind Raider. I got Prince Adam in there. Anyway, thanks very much, Rachel, for building this. All right. Next up is a figure from the, I guess, vintage collection, yeah. I ordered two of these, one for myself and one for Rachel, and from Big Bad Toy Store. And I've never had an issue before that I know of. And it's, I guess, my fault for not requesting the collector grade packaging, which is a couple extra dollars. One of the figures turned out fine. The other, my card's pretty dinged up, so I guess what I'll do is open this figure, which is fine because I have one. Rachel's got one on the card, and I'll have one loose. But it is Cynthia Dune, or Cara Dune, from the Mandalorian, a 3 3/4 inch, and you can see this damage to the card here. It's like really, I don't know what happened to it, but anywho, yeah, I'll probably I don't know if I'll do it on camera or not, but I am going to be doing it. Okay, let's move on to the next item. Next up, a lot of people in my age group, which I'm not going to give away, but you guys may remember this, these little army tanks that you could get. I've looked all over this thing for a date stamp or a company, but I just can't find anything to tell me who this was. All that I can find, there's the number 1 is stamped inside there. I don't see anything on the body, and I'm not going to take the turret off to see if it's stamped in there. But if this helps, there's a little sticker on there, USA, and it's got a number. But this would come in the bag with like the Army men. So I'm not sure, but I would assume, it's got these metal, that this dates back at least to the early 80s, if not older. But I'd say probably early 80s. So I picked this up at work from a booth called Spay Astray, which all the proceeds go to animals, Humane Society. So paid $3.50 for this, and it was well worth it, in my opinion, because the money went to help animals. Then I'm trying to do these in the order that I got them. A light did not go out. My Roku went on to screensaver. I'm like, right, the TV is just on the other side of the camera here. Next up, I got my second Mego. If you've seen recently, I picked up the Mego Hulk, Incredible Hulk. And I saw this guy, and I looked at it, and he's complete, and I thought maybe it was a reissue, but then I looked at a reissue and could tell they're totally different. This is the original, 1974 Mego Mr. Spock. And he's complete. He's got his phaser, he's got his communicator, and his tricorder around here. The only thing is his sticker, his little logo is a little off-centered, but otherwise, Just in great shape, great figure. This is only my second Mego. Maybe I should get some more light on here. Let me pause this real quick. Okay, so here he is. I don't know if that light made much difference or not, actually, because it's all on one side of me. Okay, so here's Mr. Spock. Pretty cool. He does have, like, you know, they bend to the knees, and they've got that elbow articulation, or no? Yeah. I just don't think it's ever been moved. I mean, this thing is in really great shape. The camera's on this side. Ooh, I'm a technological genius. Fascinating, Captain. A room. Okay, so there's the Mego Mr. Spock. Then yesterday, over at work, another vendor, Docking Bay 94 Toys. I picked up Speedbreaker from the Takara animated Transformers series car robots. But American collectors may know him better as Sideburn. But he is, a gangly fellow. He turns into a Corvette. Here's the entire roof as a shield. And then you've got all this awesome back kibble, which is like basically his hood and doors. So, you know, they kind of, I don't know, I didn't read the instructions, but I assume this is, and then this whole bumper here is the missile, and I do appreciate this chrome gun though. That's pretty cool. But you know, they've got like all the head is, I'll see if I can get that to focus it better. The head is not symmetrical. You see, it's got like an eyepiece on one side, and they use the Beast Wars engineering on vehicles, and while it's an interesting transformation, like they're fun to transform because it's so bizarre, I don't think they make for a really good aesthetic. But I really got a kick out of the cartoon. I watched the Japanese version and really fell in love with the characters. So even though originally I thought these toys were just not great, this was the first series after Beast Wars. And so this is what you got. They called it Robots in Disguise was the American version, and it came out 2001. And there's a more recent series called Robots in Disguise. I think it's kind of more geared. It's all geared towards kids, but I think Robots in Disguise, not as bad as what's the one that's like really for kids? Robot Academy or something like that. Rescue Bots. But anywho, I don't know. It's kind of cool. I mean, they're really weird. So, and that's why I like them. The characters on the show, rather. I'm getting used to the aesthetic of the toys. And then last, but certainly not least, this was a pre-order from Big Bad Toy Store that arrived this week, and that's the Mandalorian 6-inch, and you cannot see it at all because of the lighting. I wonder if I just move the camera a little bit. How do I do that? Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. Since I don't plan on selling this thing, we're just going to open it. And I will get him out of the package and let you see it. And maybe once he's out of the package, we can see some better details. Well, I appreciate the fact they didn't tape it real crazy. So, okay, let's get this guy out of here. Get ready for that crackling noise.